17-year-old An is the kind of student everyone seems to admire. In the schoolyard, beneath the orange glow of the afternoon sun, he waits pensively for his bus. When his homeroom teacher passes by, he greets her with respectful warmth and receives praise for his hard work. To his peers and teachers, An is the model of composure, a shining example of manners and maturity. His heart swells with a quiet pride as he waves goodbye, feeling the familiar comfort of approval. On the bus ride home, An's attentiveness doesn't waver. He notices an old man dozing beside him and instinctively reaches out when the man nearly slips during a sudden stop. The old man's grateful smile, the appreciative glances from strangers, it all reinforces the image of An as a considerate, gentle soul. For these brief moments, An feels right in the world, surrounded by kindness and belonging. But outside the safety of these social circles, a different reality begins. At home, stepping into the worn familiarity of his family's apartment, the facade crumbles. In the living room, headphones on, his attention locked on the thrill of a phone game, An barely notices his mother's voice calling from the kitchen. She asks him to come for dinner, but her words drift past as background noise. When she enters, her disappointment sharpens her tone. She worries about how much time he spends on games, how thin he's become, how his grades seem to slip. An's response is curt, defensive, and tinged with irritation. He brushes off her concerns, insisting he knows what he's doing. The ritual unfolds the same way each evening, his mother's weary sighs, his own frustration simmering just beneath the surface, and a growing chasm that neither knows how to cross. Later that night, alone in his room, An scrolls through congratulatory messages from friends. They've heard about the teacher's praise, about his quiet achievements, and they shower him with admiration. His lips curl into a slight smile, but when the door opens and his father quietly calls his name, the smile fades. His father, gentle yet stern, voices his worries. They've noticed a change in him, a certain stubbornness, a drift in his studies. An answers with familiar resistance. He's grown up, he insists. He doesn't need constant reminders. He already understands. But as his father leaves with a heavy sigh, closing the door softly behind him, something unsettles in An. He stares at the closed door, his phone lying dormant in his hand, the digital world losing its appeal. For a moment, his defenses drop, replaced by a heavy, unsettling loneliness. In that silence, he wonders if he really does understand, or if he's missing something vital. The next morning, the house is thick with silence.